Hey guys, my name is Gabe, aka Lonely Penguin, and this is going to be the first video in a series of Call of Duty tips and tricks and strategies, whatever you want to call it, that'll help you improve your gameplay and overall skills. I just started playing Modern Warfare 3 about a week ago, and I'm still fairly new to it, but here's a quick look at my stats. I did play Modern Warfare 2 for quite a bit, so here's a quick look at these stats. I did make it to Prestige 10. Played this game for 17 days played time, and my ratio, you can't see it here, but it was like 1.6 about that. So yeah, but enough about stats. Alright, so I'm going to start off my video with a quick sniping spree playing in the background. I just wanted to go over what you can expect from this video, and basically the main point I'm going to emphasize is just awareness, which what I mean by that is basically when you go into any situation, you should have a plan. You should have an idea of what you're going to do to make the best of each situation. If you're ever in a moment where you don't know where the enemies are and you're worried that you could die at any point, then you need to that shouldn't be the case. You should always have an idea of where every enemy is, and you should always have a plan going into any situation. Awareness isn't everything, of course, but it's a big part of not dying, especially, and that is really the biggest tip I can say when it comes to team deathmatch. You really shouldn't be worrying about killing as many people as possible. You should just be worrying about not dying, because if you go even, well, you aren't really doing anything for your team. So alright, so here is a team deathmatch game on Resistance, and the first thing you want to think about when you join a game is every map has a couple initial skirmish points, and you just want to be aware of any grenades thrown and whatnot, and you want to be ready for any fight. So you want to make sure you're behind cover and you're set for an encounter straight away. Now, Resistance has two big skirmish points. It has the center of the map in the little garden, and it has the big stairwell. So I see my teammates taking the left side. I'm going to go ahead and take the right side, and I know there's going to be some enemies coming down the stairwell, so I just use this wall here for cover and pretty much wait for them to come. And I take two out there, and I saw the guy go behind the van, so I know there's still one on the right side. There's a guy behind me, but my teammates are taking care of him. So I'm still just going to stand behind the cover, because I know there's more enemies, and I do get 4 kills here, but I fail my knife, and that ends my spree. Now, unfortunately, I died from that fail knife, but if I had survived that, I would have been in a very good position, because once you survive the initial skirmish of a map, you can use that momentum to keep rolling and just use your knowledge of the map to continue your spree. What I mean by that is that once you kill a few guys, you have an idea of where they're going to spawn and where they're going to show up the next time you meet them. So here I'm going to show you that momentum in action. This is a start of the team deathmatch game on Fallen. I'm sniping again, and I know there's going to be a guy right there, so I use the roof to take him out. I try a couple more shots, but I miss those, and I know that I haven't seen anyone for a little while besides those two guys, so I am a little leery about what's below me. So I decide to pull out my secondary. So I expect there's a guy around the corner, and sure enough, the stun grenade goes off. So I run away from that, and my teammate dies. So I expect him to run up here, and sure enough, he does. So I can get the knife off, and I did see that guy right behind the van right there. So I wait for him to come around, get that kill. So I see the enemy on my left, but if you look at the bottom left corner, you can see that my teammate took care of him, and so I know that that guy's dead. So I see this guy, take him out, and I know that we now have 5 kills, and I can assume that there's no one to my right. So I'm just going to reset. I think that they're coming from the middle again, and sure enough they are. So I use that truck for cover, grab a kill, and I know they're still there, so I'm just going to keep behind this truck here and throw some grenades. I get an assist there, and I just keep chucking grenades. My teammates are behind me. Barely survived that one. I see a teammate die behind me, so I look behind me and take that guy out, and I'm going to head down this corridor, try to sneak up on the guys in the middle. So I pull out my secondary because it's a close quarters area, and I look towards the middle, see a guy, and take him out. I did see another guy right before I jumped, take him out. So I've basically just been using my momentum to kind of guess where the enemies are going to be coming from, and just kind of waiting for them, planning a good spot to fight, using cover to set up a good area to fight and make sure I win. Now here I see my teammates around the outskirts, and I can assume that the enemies are in the middle. I just don't exactly know where, and I do get kind of lucky here. These two guys just fail, and one last kill behind the wall using cover. I can't emphasize using cover enough. I mean, that's one of the most helpful things. In this clip, I definitely use cover to make sure I don't die here. I can see on my radar a couple guys in the middle, and I see one walk by the right, so I strategically place myself on the left side of that wall because I know there are enemies on that side, so I just want to hide from them. Now in this clip I can see an enemy on the outside with my radar, and I just wait for him to come out, and I stay behind the wall here using the cover, take out these two guys ducking behind while I reload, throwing some flash grenades out. Here I use my teammates as cover fire. While I see the enemies shooting at my teammate, I just pop out because I know they're distracted and take out two guys there. One thing that I do want to stress is using your teammates to gauge where the enemies are based on where your teammates are. For example, I see two of my teammates in the building up ahead, and I can sort of assume that there's enemies in the center area because I have no teammates over there. So I do pick up 3 kills right there and throw down UAV. So I was playing kind of defensively there, using the cover to kind of just wait for my enemies, because I had an idea of where they were, but I didn't know exactly where they were, so I was just waiting for them to come to me basically. But there are times to be aggressive, such as right here. I see my teammate under attack, so I try to help him out. And then right here I see that guy walk through the center, and I come up and take him out, and at the same time I see another enemy on my UAV, and I turn around and take him out. So there are definitely times when you should be aggressive and times when you should be defensive. Basically you just know, you have to pay attention to your radar and what your teammates are doing, and UAV is a big help. And so yeah, learning the maps is probably the most important thing that you need to do, and just knowing where good camping spots are, and knowing where choke points are and where people are going to come out of, and really that's probably the biggest tip I can give you. So my last example will show you how being aggressive when you know where your enemies are can really pay off. I see this guy throw a care package down, and I take him out, and I know there's 2 guys that shot back here because of my radar, so I just take them out quickly. So to summarize, the main thing is just awareness, knowing where your enemies are at all times, and learning the map is a big part of that. Knowing the spawn points and where the first skirmishes are going to be on a fight will help you with gaining momentum and just keeping your kills going. Things like knowing when to be aggressive and when to be passive, and how to use cover, and other things like pre-aiming around corners and drop shotting. You'll get used to that through gameplay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you would like to see some more videos. And yeah, thanks again.